could go down come Thursday and Friday of this upcoming time frame. First, we're going to start off with what types of winter weather are we going to see Thursday through Friday. Then we're going to go over the accumulation maps once again, go over all of that, and mention once again the accumulation maps and all that fun stuff. Then go over the data behind it. If you have any questions throughout any of this, make sure to leave it in the comments below, and we'll get to them at the end of this after we go through all the things that we have to go through. So first, starting off with what type of winter weather we're going to see. I know it's been a very interesting week so far. Looks like for our northern portions of our coverage area, that includes the Mena, Mount Ida, Hot Springs, DeQueen, Nashville, Glenwood, Lake Greason, Derricks, Umpire, Murfreesboro areas, and Lake DeGray. Snow looks likely for your area. And maybe some heavy snow will be possible there as well. You know, we could have a swath of some heavy snow, a band of heavy snow, or we could get some heavier snow totals. The question is, where does that set up at? And we'll see, you'll probably see that continue, the accumulation map continue to show that as we get a little closer. You'll probably see changes come to that map as always. That yellow colored area there from about Sheridan, Arkadelphia, just south of Nashville, includes the Lake Millwood area over to Prescott, over down towards the Foreman and Ashdown areas. That's where you could see a snow/sleet combo. Then as you go a little further down, you're going to see an area where we could have a wintry mix, that yellow, or not the yellow colored area, the pink colored area, and maybe some rainfall there with that as well. Once again, we're going to show you all this in the data, but one of the things that's going to hurt a lot of the overall higher snow chances across most of southwest Arkansas is the about 850 millibars, or 5,000 feet above us in the atmosphere. Temperatures are going to be just above freezing in a few areas, and to get snow, you want the whole column of the atmosphere from surface all the way up to be below freezing. If you get an area where you get a little warmer, you're talking where at the surface you're below freezing, just above the surface you're seeing rainfall, and then as that comes down, that's when you get your freezing rain, your wintry mix, sleet, all that fun stuff. Now, we do think it's possible that come the end of this, as we start to wind down on the end of this event on Friday, as this system starts to move out, the backside of this whole system may pull some more cold air back in and may drop temperatures enough to where we get a brief switch over to straight snow across all of southwest Arkansas, even the areas with that wintry mix and rain. But right now, this is just basically putting at the overall what's the best chance of winter weather or just precipitation type that you could see come this time frame. Now remember, there's still a lot of changes that could occur. We're watching that where that warm air advection takes place, or where temperatures above the surface could be above freezing. And if, depending on how far north that goes, that'll really play a big factor into who sees snow, who doesn't, who sees that winter weather or that winter mix and all of that fun stuff. Now, once again, we do have winter storm watches out and in place for all of the coverage area, and it wouldn't surprise me here within the next 24 to 48 hours if we don't see upgrades to winter storm warnings across portions of the coverage area there as well. So this was our first look this morning at the potential snow accumulation map. You see in that pink colored area, we're going to start from the top down. That pink colored area from Mena, Umpire area, Mount Ida, Hot Springs, Garland County, Lake DeGray, Glenwood, down to Kirby, Lake Greason. Really watching Nashville, Arkansas, and north for the heaviest snow potential at this time. But right now, you can see that 6 to 8 inches of snow is what we have forecasted in that pink-colored area. Once again, this map could get adjusted. It's going to probably get adjusted and changed a few times between here and the end of this event. Just remember that some locally higher amounts will be possible, maybe even some closer above 8 inches or more. We'll have to watch and see. Once again, it all depends on where that heavier band of snow sets up. There's a lot of stuff that could really switch on or cause us to see less snow in some areas, more in some. It all depends on on where that heaviest band sets up. and where that warm air advection occurs. Then in that purple colored area for D Queen, Nashville, Derricks, Derricks is really close to being on the border of either the 6 to 8 or 4 to 6 there, over through Murfreesboro, Delight, Arkadelphia, up towards the Malvern area and Sheridan area. You're in the 4 to 6 inches of range for snowfall. Once again, this isn't going to be a dry, powdery snow like we've seen in the past with the past big snowfall events. This is going to be more of that wet, heavier snow to build snowmen that you like to build snowmen out of and all of that fun stuff. Then in that blue-colored area, you see a 2 to 4 inch snow potential there for Texarkana, Ashdown, Foreman, Hope, Prescott, Camden, Fordyce, potentially El Dorado, Magnolia, Bradley, Texarkana. 2 to 4 inches of snow and ice will be possible. Now, you do see that dashed area or where those black lines are at. What that is the greatest uncertainty for accumulation and the precipitation type, with wintry mix or freezing rain. There's still some uncertainty there with that. And yeah, Kevin's helping in the comments there as well. He is saying that the thinking is the heaviest snow will occur right north of the sleep, so accumulations may be ultimately bumped up for the Nashville and Derricks area, and that gradient may be tighter there as well at this current time. So we'll continue to watch this and continue to keep you updated with the newest, but now taking a look at the dreaded potential ice outlook. There could be a trace of ice in that green-colored area for about from the D Queen, Nashville, Arkadelphia area. And then just a little further south of that yellow-colored area, northern Hempstead County, southern Clark County, northern Nevada County, over to southern Dallas County, could have that up to 1/10 of an inch of ice there as well. Then as you go further south, Texarkana, Hope, Camden, that Bradley, that orange-colored area, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of ice will be a possibility there as well, and maybe even up to 1/4 to 1/2 an inch near the Magnolia, El Dorado areas, but we're going to watch that closely. There's going to be changes with this. We're going to continue to monitor for new updates. There's probably going to be a decent amount of updates as we go forward. We're going to continue to update you with the newest. So now I do want to come over here real quickly and show you the data behind this. So we're going to go through each of these models, the GFS, the European, the NAM, and the HRRR. Let's see, now they are saying that Montgomery County could have 1 to 3 inches before the snow. I just seen that comment. Not sure what you're meaning there, but once again, taking a look at this data, remember, model guidance is a tool, not the only thing that we use to build a forecast. So just use this as to get the general idea on what we're meaning. Not necessarily the specific not necessarily the specific forecast and all of that fun stuff. But once again, as we go forward, you're going to see that dry conditions look likely tomorrow, but by Thursday morning, by that 9 a.m. time frame, could potentially be seeing some areas of some precipitation, some snow, maybe some sleet mixed in with this as well. This is about 3 p.m. Thursday, and then it really kicks into gear as we go into the afternoon and into the evening time frame there on Thursday. Maybe that wintry mix there, that yellow, that pink colored area is that freezing rain. That purple is that sleet or wintry mix there. The blue's your snow, the green's your potential rain and all of that fun stuff. But as you see, you go forward, maybe, and here's another thing you got to realize, at the surface, our winds are going to be out of the north, and there's been a big snowpack where we had a bunch of snowfall to the north of us earlier this week, and that's going to help keep temperatures below freezing at the surface. So I really don't think we see too much rain, maybe to start off with, but I think temperatures are going to stay below freezing because, like today, for example, the cloud cover stuck around. Data was actually 5 degrees off on high temperatures and kept most of us in the 30s and in the upper 20s in far northern portions of the coverage area. So just remember that there's going to be an area that sees a wintry mix, freezing rain, and there's going to be an area that sees snow. And we'll go back over the graphics here in just a minute. But as we continue into Friday, snow continues into that Friday time frame. Then you start to see maybe a brief transition by the time this starts to move out over far southern portions of the coverage area. and then by Friday evening, it is moved out of the area according to the GFS. Taking a look at the European model, this shows something similar. This is the 12Z run, so this was this morning. The other models that we were showing you were the afternoon runs from at 18Z, or that is around the 12 p.m. time frame there as well, or early afternoon time frame. So as we go forward here, this shows something similar. This is the European model, and it shows some potential of some winter weather occurring by that 9 a.m. time frame, then increasing into that afternoon. Shows that same general idea that there's going to be an area of sleet, some snow, and some wintry mix, freezing rain potentially further south there. And then this continues, and this has got a heavier band. This is what we're saying. We got to watch where that heavier band of snow sets up at. And then this continues overnight. And then as it starts to move out on Sunday, or not Sunday, Friday, you can see there's a little bit of cold air back around the backside of this that could lead to a transition to snow for most people there across the coverage area as well. I don't know why I said Sunday there. Just said Sunday for some reason. I was meaning Friday there for that time frame. But now taking a look at the North American model, or the NAM, this is another model, and it shows you the same general idea as we go forward. This model this morning did throw a curveball. It was let's say it was a one-run model this morning from the 12Z run, or this morning's run about 7 a.m. And that was just complete. That was a good one to just completely ignore and wait for this to come in. And this afternoon, it shows the same general thing. This actually brings it in a little later, but you see snow, maybe some sleet, maybe some wintry mix there. Then this actually has a bigger transition for everybody seeing snow, and maybe that wintry mix just across far southern portions of the coverage area. And it pretty much shows you the story going into Friday, then that transition maybe with some snow there as we go to the end of this event on Friday. Now, right now, here's the HRRR model. This only goes till 1 p.m. on Thursday, so this doesn't go through the whole event, but this shows you the start. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see the same general pattern as we go forward with this, is that by that Thursday time frame, you're going to start to see this goes hour by hour. Here's 10 a.m., 9 a.m. There's going to be an area where we could see some snow, and then by that afternoon, it starts to move in. We're looking at what we're looking at here, and we'll go back to the GFS. I do want to show you what we're meaning here. Temperatures at the surface are going to be below freezing throughout that time frame, and are near it or below freezing here at the surface. Let me get to that Thursday time frame. Let's see. Okay, so here is the 0Z run. This shows most temperatures at the surface here at that freezing level. Give me 1 second. That's 21. That's the 0Z run. So it shows at the surface temperatures right around freezing or below freezing. That wind's coming out of the north. But if you look just a little further in the atmosphere, about 5,000 feet at the 850 millibar level temperatures, you'll notice that this little area here, there's a little warm nose, and that's above freezing. And elsewhere you see there's below freezing in these bluer colored area, or these brighter blues. And you see there's just that little area across southern Arkansas that's above freezing. This goes also for the European model. You'll see this here. I'll turn it to this as well. You'll see there's a little warm nose somewhere across far southern Arkansas, and that's going to help keep far southern Arkansas from really seeing a whole lot of snow. There's still a chance for some snow as the system moves out, but for the most part, a lot of people across basically south of I-30 are probably going to see a wintry mix and then some snow at the end of this, as of what data is showing right now. And that's what we alluded to earlier this week. We mentioned that what occurs with that warm nose will play a role in who sees snow, who sees ice, and all of that. So real quickly, I do want to go back to this data, or not to the data, but to our graphics here. And now you can kind of get the general idea on why this graphic is saying that snow is likely across far northern or really northern portions of our coverage area, and a snow slash sleet combo across basically the middle of that map there, and then that wintry mix further south. You're gonna have an area where the temperatures above the atmosphere, above the surface at about 5,000 feet, are going to be just barely above freezing, and then below or at the surface, they're going to be near or below freezing, and that'll lead to more of a freeze and rain mixture. You want that atmosphere from top to bottom to be completely below freezing to have your snow, to have a full-on snow possibility or full-on snow chances there. And once again, though, for some of us, there's still a chance for snow for everybody. Just how much is going to probably be a little higher further north. We could see some back around, once again, as that system moves out, far southern portions of the coverage area could see a transition to maybe some snow, where that wintry mix and rain colored area is at. So if there's any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We'll get to them. The Arkadelphia area, we're watching your area closely. That snow to sleet combo looks likely for you. Thinking 4 to 6 inches of snow will be possible, maybe some higher amounts. Once again, this could still and will change between now and Thursday. Once again, I'm going to also mention that the National Weather Service's winter weather, and I'll actually give me one moment and I'll pull this up here. Storm impacts. Let's see here. Let me pull this up real quick. And you'll see this is the winter storm index from the National Weather Service. And what it is showing, give me 1 second here. This is through Friday. This has actually been updated some. Let's see, day 1 through 3, or day 1, day 2, day 3. So day 1 through 3, we can see that across southern Arkansas and southwest Arkansas, there's an area that we probably could see some moderate impacts. Expect disruptions to daily life, hazardous driving conditions. Use extra caution if you got to be out and drive. Closures and disruptions to infrastructures may occur. Then once again, down there near Texarkana, you do have a little area that reaches that major impacts potentially there as well. But for the most part, moderate to maybe major impacts could be a possibility with this, according to the Winter Storm Severity Index. This is from the National Weather Service. It's something that we do use a decent amount, and you can see here with the counties for southwest Arkansas, looks like a good area for some moderate to maybe some minor area. This has minor down here across the El Dorado and Magnolia areas, but I would honestly think maybe between that minor to moderate area for you. But the general idea is we got a winter storm on the way. It's once again, some of us are going to see snow out of this, and some of us are going to get some looks to get some ice unless we see changes with data over tomorrow. We'll continue to watch that though and continue to keep you updated with the newest here. And sorry about that. Just looked down and looked like we were having some. Don't know if we're having some technical difficulties. If it's just my phone. Maybe just my phone having some technical difficulties there with the stream. But once again, that's going to bring us to the end of this live stream. McCaskill, I think for your area, once again, let me pull this back up. For your area, we are watching for a snow/sleet combo for your area. Now, also, depending on how much sleet falls, that could also impact some of the snowfall or some of the snowfall totals as well. That's something else we'll have to watch. There's a lot of things. You always have some failure modes that could occur and could cause some areas not to get snow, some to some to get more of a freezing rain wintry mix area. But we'll have to watch closely with data over the next day, and stuff will continue to change. Make sure to have multiple ways to receive weather as always. Also, just make sure to just be prepared. Remember, it's not nothing we've not seen. This is just this is another type of winter weather that, or another or well, it's the time of year anyways, but it's another one of those winter weather events that we've seen the past few years as well. So as always, just stay prepared, be ready, and just, as always, have multiple ways to receive warnings. We'll be here ready to track it, and make sure to stay aware, keep an eye on the page. We'll have multiple posts out, and we'll continue to keep you updated with the newest. I don't see any other questions, so I think that's going to bring us to the end of today's live stream. This will be reposted as a video after this live stream ends. It'll also be posted over to YouTube as a video there as well. Once again, make sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all those platforms. As always, I want to say big thanks to Palmer's Roofing, J&S Auto Supply, Fort Smith Therapy, Tan Energy and Nutrition, and Terry's Place, and Southern Dumpster Rentals as well. Make sure to check them out, and have a good rest of your Tuesday. See you back here tomorrow. We'll have another live stream probably tomorrow evening to go over the newest information. We'll have posts throughout the day as always, and we'll continue to keep you aware right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather. Have a good rest of your Tuesday.